Hello, friends and colleagues. My name is Dave Demanti, and I'm submitting my response to the class Foundations of Virtual Learning. My course is KAC, that's Kinesiology Activity Class 54. It's elementary tennis. It's an activity class that's geared towards people with no pre-existing tennis experience. Now, in the past, many of my students have been fairly skilled at tennis, but many have not. So this virtual course is an attempt to bring along absolute beginners to a rudimentary understanding of the tools, the techniques, and the level of fitness necessary to pursue tennis at a recreational level. This is not a juniors development course. It has no intention of producing tournament champions. If that happens, that's a wonderful thing. But it's geared towards bringing a newcomer to the wonderful world of the experience of the game of tennis. All right, let me share what I've done, and we'll pop up here to my introductory page. Now, what we have here is basically produced by following the templates that have been provided to us through this course. I've added my own words, I added a tennis graphic, and I produced a introductory video, which hopefully will introduce me to the students taking this elementary tennis course. Now, as we look through the modules, we have course resources, which has an area in a discussion forum setting for students to ask questions about grading, about tennis, about anything actually. And then there's two subheadings on how to behave appropriately in an online setting, which I'm pretty confident most of the students are well familiarized with. Then a course schedule, which will be customized for each of the courses that I'm teaching. Now, we have a Start Here module, which is an overall introduction to what we'll be doing. And I have a Start Here Welcome Tennis Friends, and it simply is an introductory statement, my name, a mini biography, contact information, and where my syllabus is located. Back to the modules now, and we have help resources for using Canvas, and then I've included an elementary tennis class resources. You click on this, and we have the absolute minimum that you need to pursue tennis: rackets, balls, shoes, that sort of thing. Then a brief note about courtesy in tennis. At least in the days of my youth, tennis was a strangely formal game in which courtesy and thoughtfulness for the opponent were considered rather important. I'm not sure that tennis or any professional sport now puts an overt emphasis on courtesy. But as I recall it, one of the things that you should do is think about those who will come after you, and to keep our courts in good repair, and to treat them with kindness, not to wear inappropriate shoe wear or balls that might mark the court, or to bring refreshments on the court other than water that might mar or disfigure the court. The resources that I listed underneath that are some places for the individuals who may not know where you can get tennis rackets. There are certainly specialty shops, but since most of the students haven't really made up their mind whether they're going to do tennis seriously or not, I thought it wise to have some low-cost alternatives to purchasing brand new tennis gear, including the use of online marketplaces like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and also thrift stores and yard sales, which frequently have tennis gear available at very, very low cost. Other helpful tennis resources are fundamentally, where do you go if your racket needs restringing? That's probably the most common thing, and it's a way for me to bring to the students' attention that there are resources here on campus that they can call on to get their tennis rackets restrung or to be repaired or advised by people in the tennis community here on campus or in the Fresno Clovis area. Back we go to the modules, and we move on to the first week of instruction. I have an overview section. I have the tennis resources, and the heart of what I'm trying to do is little bite-sized chunks of tennis information. The first one talks about balance in tennis, and it's a single page in length. It has a couple of notable quotes that I hope can be a springboard to discussion among the students, and some thoughtful commentary on an aspect of tennis, like balance or the forehand or a volley or something like that, to give them more of a college student's perspective on how they might want to do things. Back to the modules, and then we have a discussion area so that if any questions come up during the week, there is a discussion specifically for that. There is the first assignment. Now, I don't know that I'm going to have my assignments by the week or by the class. I have plans in place for both of them, but I'll decide as I get closer to the beginning of the semester. Then I'm planning on having a vocabulary quiz once per week that hopefully will familiarize the students with tennis jargon, to know what's meant when you speak about love, and tennis is an important thing. Finally, there's an area for university support in your academic pursuits, your technological problems, and health and wellness overall. Now I'll bring us back to the on-screen view, and I will express my gratitude for the university in making such a course available, and for the fine time I had with my fellow professional educators on coping with an entirely novel situation. Thank you, one and all, and I hope that the presentation has been enlightening and meets the standards of the course. Thank you very much.